All right, so this was the example that we were doing, but then we ran out of time. So being given this, how do you sketch? So how to get the vertical asymptote here, we equate the bottom part to 0, then we find the value of x, of which we did. We said x is equal to -2, so our vertical asymptote is x equal to -2. The other one that we need to find is the horizontal asymptote. And how do you find the horizontal asymptote here? You can see that from here, the bottom part is greater than the power of x is greater than the power of x on the top part. So here we get a 0, which is this 0 here. But then we have this -3, so we add it and say -3. So it means our y will be equal to -3. So our horizontal asymptote is equal to -3. So all we need now to do is to plot this, put them on the graph. So what we're going to need, the first one is the vertical asymptote. So the vertical asymptote is x equal to a -2. So x equal to -2, this can be a -1, and our -2 can be right here. So you can put this as -2. Then you put the vertical line, since it's vertical asymptote. So you draw it like this, okay? Then after putting it, we're now going to put our horizontal asymptote. It's x equal to -3. So x equal to -1 can be here, -2, -3 can be here. So we can put our x equal to -3. Then our horizontal asymptote is going to be right here, okay? So having drawn that now, all we need to do is to find which region are we going to draw this. So the only thing now that we need, since we have this, is now to find where we're going to place them. So we have x equal to this. Now we need to find our where this line is going to pass. So let me just extend this and extend this there. So since we have these two now, we need now to know which region it's going to be in. So we have our first one. We can pick the vertical asymptote is x equal to -2. So we can pick any number to the right of -2, which is any number greater than -2. So we can get the table of values. Pick any number to the right of -2. So we have our x and our y. Then we can pick any number greater than -2. So we can pick +1, -1, isn't it? -1 is on the right side of 2. So when our x is equal to -1, our y, so we can put in our original function, which is this. So we're going to have, when we put -1, it will be 1 over -1 plus 2 there. And then we have this -3. So simplifying this will give us -1 plus 2 is 1. So we're going to have 1 over 1, which is 1, minus 3. So this is 1 minus 3, which is 2, right? So we're going to have a -2. So that's the only point that we need. So we come and plot that. So we have -1, -2. So -1 is here, -2 is right here. So our -1, -2 is here. So we know to say it's in this region. And we know in this region, it looks like this. So we're going to have, it's going to be approaching that way. Then this side, it will be approaching the vertical asymptote, but never get to touch it. So we have this as our curve. Okay, so you'd have drawn that. Then now we need to find the other one and where it belongs to. So the other one is going to be right here. So we need now to pick a value that is going to be on the left side of our vertical asymptote. So our asymptote is -2, vertical one is -2. So to find a -2, which number can we pick to the left now, right? So to the left, we can pick a 3, isn't it? A -3. So if our y is equal to -3, because to the right, so y equal to -3, we'll have y is equal to 1 over -3 plus 2, right? When I replace it in here. So, and then we're going to say -3. So this is going to be 1 over -3 plus 2 is going to be -1. So then we have -3. So this is going to be -1 minus 3, which is just going to give us -4. So when our x is -3, so what we have is the point -3. When x is -3, y is -4. So we have this point here and we can plot it on the graph. So plotting it on the graph, okay, this also has to be extended. We have what? -3, comma, -4, right? I think that's what we have. So let me just confirm here. So when our x is -3, y is -4. So our x is -3, so we can put our -3 here, isn't it? So we have our -3, y is -4. So it should be somewhere here, -4. So -4 should be here, right? So if I plot that, this point is going to be here, isn't it? So this point is going to be right here, okay? So since we have it there, we know that in our region, how does it look like when we put it here? We're now going to draw it, but because of space, I think I didn't draw it very well. So, but it's going to come like this. So since this is our vertical asymptote, so this is our horizontal asymptote rather. So it's extending, and then this is our vertical. So it means to draw it. Okay, let me just erase this. I think, let me not let my work look complicated. So we have these 2 points. So now since we have -3, -4, which is right here, we know it's in this third region here. So we're going to draw it like this. It's going to come, approach this, and then come down, then go all the way down, the way that I'd shown you. It's just that I don't have space to extend it. Yeah, but it's going to be like this. So these are the two regions that we have. All right, so this is practically the way that you do it. Sometimes it might not always come out like this. Sometimes you may have something like this where you have all of them up, not like this. All of them can be up like this, depending on what you have. Just follow what I've told you. You can draw any graph with the skills that I've given you. So sometimes it can be like this, okay? And sometimes the other one can also come like this, depending on what you have. Just use the same one that I've given. Don't worry about the shape of it. Just know the general one, which it comes out, okay? So I'll give you an exercise, which I'd love you to try it out. Try to plot this, okay? Try to plot f of x. I hope I'm recording. Okay. F of x is equal to, try out this, 1 over x squared. Okay, just use the same skills that I've given you and see the shape that it's going to give you. Try the other one as well. Try f of x equal to -1 over x plus 2. Then I'll put here plus 3. All right, so you can try out these two and see the shape that it's going to give you and what we're going to have. Okay, so try out these and you can send them to me. Then I can take a look at your graphs. All right, so that is all about today's class. I hope that you've found it clear and everything is okay. All right, I have Oli Baya, the only one who was joining me for this class. How are you doing?